Hey guys. So I'm going to give a couple minutes here to see if anyone joins me on this Facebook Live. Um, this is my first Facebook Live, so bear with me if we have any technical difficulties or if I just look like I don't know what the heck I'm doing. It's because I don't. So just hang out here for a little bit, see who decides to hop on. And if it ends up just being me, I'll go ahead and chat about the thing I'm here to talk about today, which is the One Weight, One Wardrobe program. So I'll sit back and just give some people some time to join. I'm drinking this really yummy tea out of my Christmas mug. I bought one of these with an A and one of these with an M, one for me, Abby, and one for Michael, my fiance. Oh, gosh, like 4 years for Christmas maybe at Williams-Sonoma, and ever since then it's been my Christmas mug. So now that it's officially right around the corner, I decided I need to use that mug today. So give it a couple more minutes here. That's good. I'm going to mispronounce this, I'm sure, but rooibos tea with a little bit of, I don't know if you've heard of the brand Malk. It's like M-A-L-K, so it's spelled like milk, but with an A instead of the I. It's an almond milk, like has just a couple ingredients. This is the vanilla one. It's like literally almonds, water, vanilla, and salt, I think. It's really good. It's been my new favorite here for a while, so that is really good. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and start here. I think it'll show me if people join and that sort of thing. Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of hop on here and share some info with you all about the One Weight, One Wardrobe program. So this is the program that I'm gonna be running in January 2019, just like a week away, and really just wanted to kind of provide the opportunity to have you learn a little bit more about the program. I know when I ran my post looking for the 10 women to join, a lot of people had interest, but still had a lot of questions. So I thought, what better way to get those answered than just hopping on here? So we'll have some time at the end of this for questions and just want to answer any questions that you have. But really just wanted to kind of start today and share a story with you. And so this story is about a past client, and we'll call her Stacy today. That's not her real name, but for today, she'll be Stacy. And I want to share Stacy's story with you because it really was one of the turning points for me when I was working with women who were trying to lose weight without restricted dieting, for why I created the One Weight, One Wardrobe program. So Stacy came to me and she had literally tried every diet out there to lose weight. So she'd done the skipping meals, she'd watched her calories or restricted her calories, to the 1,200 or below a day. She tried every diet out there from, South Beach to keto diet. If you could just name them all, she'd done it. She literally said, quote, that she was a lifetime member of Weight Watchers. And so, it never really truly stuck for her. And she'd even tried like a lot of the supplement programs. Hey, Nissa, hi, good to see you. Well, not see you, but happy you're here. So she'd even tried a lot of the supplement programs out there too, that some of her Facebook friends were selling, and they'd work for a little bit, but then, once she stopped investing in the supplements, it was like everything came back. So with all of these things, right, she would lose the weight and then she would gain it back. So it was never like a long-term lifetime solution. Hey, and so it was really a struggle for her, right? And the awesome thing is that today I can say we just had a check-in recently, and Stacy has finally lost that weight. She's kept it off, which is huge because it's been a couple years. And so really she was able to like reach that goal of finding what I call her forever weight, which is really just a weight that you can maintain forever. She wasn't going up and down and up and down, and she went from a size 16 to a size 8, not initially in that 3-month One Weight, One Wardrobe program, but after we worked together for a little over a year. So, and she was able to maintain that weight and that size, which was really where the true success came from. But for Stacy, really her struggle with weight was so much more than that, right? It was more than a number on the scale. It was more than how her clothes were fitting. It was impacting her productivity at work. So she was getting passed up for some promotions because she just really wasn't like putting herself out there and trying new experiences. When she first came to me, she mentioned like there was a volunteer organization that she used to volunteer for. And she loved doing it, but she hadn't done it in several years because, again, she didn't want to like put herself out there and meet new people because she felt like she might be judged for how she looked. So, I mean, really her confidence was just like in the tanker, right? And I think we have Tanya here. Hey, Tanya. Happy to have you. So yeah, her confidence was just kind of in the tank. And really her relationship with her husband was kind of starting to suffer, right? Because, you know, if we don't feel good, a lot of our relationships suffer, but especially those with the ones that we're intimate with and closest to. So that was a really big struggle for her. And one of the big motivating factors for her to reach out to me was she had some young grandkids, and she was just really kind of fearful that if she didn't make a change soon, like she was worried about like how much time she was really going to have to enjoy with those grandkids. So that's really why she reached out, and that's when she found my program. So we worked together, and she saw a lot of success, like I said. And she was nervous, right? Like we're all nervous to kind of take that next step or try something new and try something different. A lot of times why we do this same thing over and over and over is because it really is comfortable, right? Like we know what to expect. It's like, okay, I know if I do this diet, like I'm going to lose this much weight. And I also know that I'm probably going to gain it back, but at least I know what to expect. So she was nervous about just trying a different approach and seeing what that was like. Oh, we have Dusty. Hey, Dusty. Happy you're here. But she also knew, like, if she wanted to see that real change, like the change that sticks, the change that lasts a lifetime, that isn't just here for a couple months and then goes away, that she was going to have to try a different approach. So she was kind of finally at that tipping point where she just knew that the same thing wasn't going to work, and it was a big enough issue for her now, and she cared enough about being around for her grandkids and having a good relationship with her husband and all those other things that it was a good time for her to kind of step out of her comfort zone and kind of like up level. So she decided she was going to step out of that like dieting box, as I called it. So she signed up for coaching with me, and we worked together for 3 months, and just kind of wanted to share some of the things that happened for Stacy in my program, so you can get an idea of kind of like what you might expect. Thanks. My dad and Charlie say hi as well. Charlie's my sister. Yay. Happy to have you all three here. Before I hopped on, I was like, nobody might show up, but hey, I got a couple people. So I love this. This is awesome. So some of the things that Stacy saw, first of all, like immediately within the first week when she put in her plan into action, she noticed that she wasn't feeling hungry, like at all, except when it was time to eat, right? So she wasn't thinking about food all the time, thinking about what, like, oh, I want to eat something so bad, but I can't. She just was full and satisfied, and that made her really happy. She had energy, and that energy was up and it was stable throughout the day. So this was helping her at work, and it was helping her also when it came time for rest to get like a full 8 hours of sleep per night, which like who doesn't want that? She said that she was eating foods that she enjoyed, and she like never felt like she had to skip a meal or eat less. In fact, was actually eating more than she ever had. I hear that from most of my clients. They're like, Abby, really? You want me to eat that much food? I'm like, I do. Yeah, it's going to be good for you. And she was actually finally able to put herself out there. So she started taking some yoga classes. She volunteered for that organization and felt like comfortable and confident doing it. She learned how like her body responded to foods, what foods made her feel good, foods made her not feel so great. And that really helped her feel like she was in the driver's seat when she was kind of making her food choices versus like the diet is in the driver's seat and telling you what you can and can't eat. So most of all for her, she was finally able to donate a lot of these clothes that she had in her closet that had been actually piling up, like an overflow from her closet that she'd accumulated as her weight went up. So she was she was able to get rid of those, which was huge for her. And that allowed her to free up some space in her house to take up a new hobby, which she started painting, which was really cool. I was really happy for her to try that. So Of course, the weight came off as well with all those other transformations, but what I do and what my program is about is so much more than just that weight or just that physical transformation. So just kind of wanted to share Stacy's story with you. And I don't know, I don't know if that resonates with anyone or not. But I know when I kind of, in my last conversation with her, I connect to it a lot because I struggle with that up and down. So yeah, just wanted to start there. And that's really why I created the One Weight, One Wardrobe program. So, I've worked with women for quite a while, helping them lose weight without restrictive dieting. But I know there's a lot of women out there just like her and me. And really, like, we're not trying to be the next fitness model. Like, that's not our goal. We don't need to have 6-pack abs. That's not it either. But we do want to feel good about ourselves. And really, we just want to find this one weight that we can keep and maintain for a lifetime so that we're not doing this constant up and down. We just kind of find some peace and satisfaction in knowing what our normal is. So, so that's kind of why I created the program. And I really did it because of Stacy and because of all the other women out there that I hear from constantly, all the time. Women who have shared with me that they're fed up with their closet looking like a sales rack because when they go to buy clothes, they literally buy it in 3 different sizes because they're not sure, what size they're going to be next year when they want to wear it. Or I had one woman share with me that, she's continuing to buy the clothes to fit her weight as she, gains more weight. So she's buying more clothes and buying more clothes. And it's gotten to the point where literally she has a desk in her spare bedroom and they're piled up on top of there. And she has nowhere else to put them. So it's just this pile and overwhelm of clothes that she's had to accumulate as her weight goes up. She's just not ready to get rid of the cute, fun clothes that she has in her closet because they no longer fit, because deep down she knows and believes that, she wants to make that change and that she will make the change and that she will be able to wear those again someday. So I don't blame her for holding on to them. And really, another woman just shared with me, kind of her idea of getting to one weight, one wardrobe was walking into a store and knowing what size to grab off the rack and just being able to kind of purchase it without having to try it on or grab 5 sizes and try it on. Just knowing that something's going to fit. That was really big for her. So, so those are kind of the stories that I heard that inspired me to create this program. And, we talked about some of those benefits that Stacy saw, but just wanted to also kind of share some of the other benefits that I've seen multiple women that go through the program. They really get. So they always usually find their forever weight, right? And I've kind of said that's that weight that you just feel confident and sexy at. You can maintain it forever. So that's awesome. They're learning how to lose weight without feeling hungry. So that's the huge part, right? And, they're finally able to also lose weight forever without having to follow a specific program or supplements or something like that, so that it's not an on-off thing. It's just a lifestyle thing. So when they can't afford the supplements or the program anymore, the weight doesn't pile on. So most of my clients, typically they're getting results in about the first 4 weeks. The first week they're eating more food than they ever have. Their constant hunger pains are gone. Their kind of mood swings and cravings are starting to diminish. By week 4, they're typically, seeing improved sleep, increased energy, and definitely, started to see some weight loss by then, which is huge. And then by week 8, they've really kind of developed this new eating pattern, and they kind of start to describe it it's become second nature to them. So that's my goal with all my clients is I'm going to teach you the simplest formula on how to create a good meal every single time, so it does become second nature. So no matter if you're in your home, your car, at a Christmas party, at a work function, on a vacation, no matter where you are, you have this 3-step simple formula in your head, and you can create a good meal that's going to help you reach your goals. So, some of the other benefits that women have seen in my program, they're able to, either improve their relationships with their husbands. So maybe the relationship wasn't going so great because their confidence was in the tank, and then they're able to really, finally let them in once again and really have that confidence, which is huge. And honestly, just the biggest thing is that they're continuing to see these transformations like beyond just the 3-month program. So this is something that I've checked in with clients a year or two later, and they're still seeing these awesome results. So that's kind of, I don't know, a little bit of, why I created the program, some of the benefits that a lot of my clients see going through it. Kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm kind of sick of talking. So I didn't plan to hear my voice that much. But we have Corbin. Hi, Corbin. Oh, this is fun. I love this. I just get to virtually interact with people I miss. So this is fun. But I'll just share a couple details about the actual program, what it looks like, so that can help anyone that's maybe thinking about doing this or on the fence about doing it. So the program is a 12-week program, 3 months. Right now it's scheduled to kick off January 1st with a kickoff call. And basically what's included in that program, you're going to get unlimited access one-on-one to me. I am a registered dietitian. I'm also a health coach. And really, I just kind of say hey, I'm your personal cheerleader. I don't necessarily love the word accountability, but I do love the word support. I'm here to support you and to guide you and to celebrate your successes and wins, and when things aren't going so well, to help you troubleshoot and figure out what can we do to overcome that. And then you're also going to get group support, right? So that's why I love this program in particular. I've always worked one-on-one with women, but this is really bringing in a group component that I'm excited about. So there's going to be a private Facebook group where you can get support from the other women going through the program, as well as weekly training calls. So every week we'll hop on there. I might share a little training on, I don't know, some nutrition tip or something like that. And then just open Q&A, get your questions answered for the week, share your wins, just with people that are going through the same thing as you. So super excited about that. You're also going to get a personalized deep dive assessment. So that that initial assessment is really just kind of digging deep to figure out what's going on with you specifically. What do we need to do? What does your nutrition plan look like? And then we're going to have that roadmap session where we're going to go over that plan. And then from there, what I tell my clients is we meet, we speak, we talk as often as you need in order for you to feel successful. So in addition to all that, there's also going to be 12 weeks of online content, and that's just going to give you the info that I feel you need to really understand why the old methods of dieting and calorie restriction don't work, and why the new approach does. So I think it's important once we understand why, then we can really buy into things and really start to make changes for ourselves, because we get it, it clicks. It's oh, no duh, that's why I've been on this dieting roller coaster for so long. And so the trainings are also going to, in that content, help you just tackle how to actually apply what I talk about to real life. Because it's one thing to have someone sit over here and say, okay, Stacy, you need to do this, 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 and this. And it's another thing to figure out okay, now how do we take that ideal recommendation and actually apply it to you, the individual, with your lifestyle. So we'll do that, all of that. And then you're also going to get a Revive Welcome Kit that's going to have a couple of my favorite things in it. So yeah, just a little bit more here, just if you're kind of wondering is this for me? Should I be thinking about signing up for this? You would be a good fit for the program if your weight has gone up or down 15 pounds or more in the last 12 months. So if you do experience that up and down weight cycling, if you feel you look in your closet and you see these two separate wardrobes, the one you're currently wearing and then the one you're dying to wear, definitely good fit. If you're really ready to make real lasting change in January, so you're ready for January to be completely different than anything you've tried in the past, and you can commit at least that 3 months and then maybe beyond to reach your goals. And so if you tried 3 or more diets in your lifetime, it's probably a good sign that you're a good fit for this program. If you feel you're successful in every area of your life, so you've got it all covered, you're doing awesome, but for some reason the weight and that area is one area you just can't seem to figure out or manage, you'd be a great fit for this. let's see, if you are a self-improvement junkie like I am, right? Like I have all the books. I'm always constantly trying to add tools to my tool belt to really help me be the best version of myself. If that hits a nerve with you, if you're like, oh yeah, that's me, like this we'd definitely be a good fit to work together. So I love that. Tanya, I think that was you. Yeah, self-improvement junkies over here. And this program's probably not for you. Probably not a good fit if you aren't really open to like coaching, if you aren't really open to being vulnerable with someone and really opening up and sharing and getting to the root cause and reasons like why you're struggling, and then open to some guidance and advice on how to correct those things. So have to be open to change. If you're okay with your current situation. So if you're sitting there thinking like, oh, this kind of sounds intriguing, but I'm actually, I'm pretty happy where I'm at. I feel like I don't need to invest in myself to kind of change. And I feel like I can stay here for another year or 5 years or however long, then definitely not a good fit for the program. If you feel like you're not serious about like tackling this for once and for all, like if there's any doubt in your mind, you're like, yeah, but I could just try, going keto in January, or I could try doing the paleo diet in January or whatever, then not for you, right? These are for people that really like are ready to make that investment and change. And you have to be willing to try a new approach and be open-minded. So if you're not, then not a good fit, which is fine. And you also have to be willing to like recognize that you're worthy and that you deserve some investment in yourself, and that investing in yourself is how we get change. So if you can't really relate to that or wouldn't identify with that, it's probably not a good fit for you. But that's kind of all the stuff about the program. Basically, again, it's starting January 1st. Registration deadline is December 31st. So if you're interested, I'd love to get you signed up before then. I'm taking on a maximum of 10 women. I started with a 5 limit, but I bumped it up to 10. So we'll see. I usually only take on 5 new clients a month. So that's why I started with 5, but I thought, let's stretch ourselves. So, again, we're just going to work one-on-one, and then you're also going to get the support from the 9 other amazing women that are going to be going through the similar journey as you. And yeah, if it's something you're interested in, basically like the next step is just to hop on a call with me. Basically you'll fill out an application. If I'm like, yep, this seems like this program is designed just for you, we'll get on a call and make sure that we're a good fit to work together, because that's super important, right? Like we want to work with people that get us. So I want to make sure that I'm the right person to help you, and that you're the right person to really, come on board with me. And really, you can fill out that application at revivenutritionsolutions.com/apply. So that's just www.revive, REVIVE, nutrition solutions with an S.com. And that'll take you /apply, /apply. And that'll take you directly to that application, and you can just fill that out and then schedule your call. And yeah, so I guess I'll just kind of open it up. I don't know. I know a lot of you joined probably because you're just like, hey, Abby, what up? Which is fine. But if anyone has any questions about the program or anything like that, I'd love to cover them. I've got some kind of frequently asked questions here that I might dive into, but if anyone else has like actual questions, I'd love to answer those. If you missed the part about my Christmas mug, this is it. That was a lot of talking, huh? Like, seriously. That's why I don't do these ever. I get sick of hearing my own voice. Okay, so I'm gonna just answer some of these like frequently asked questions. And then let's see, we can kind of wrap it up. So a lot of people like want to know about the price, right? That's like the number one question that I get usually. And so I just kind of tell people like this program is definitely an investment. So this isn't a free program. This isn't a program where you're just going to pay a couple $100 each month and get results, right? Because the results that I get my my clients are life-changing transformations. Like I literally hear time and time again, I just got off the phone with a client on Friday, and like the things that she was sharing me, the wins that she was sharing with me, they are life-changing transformations. These are things that once it happens, you can't ever go back, and she's going to just soar and fly and blossom from here. So it is an investment. I like to chat about the price once we get on the phone, just because, you know, until we actually connect and know whether we're a good fit to work together, really the offer is nothing. So the price is zero. So if you're interested, we can just hop on a quick phone call. We can see where you're at. We can chat about price, but it is good to know that this is like an investment. So it's definitely maybe a higher price tag than some of the things you've done in the past. But again, it's worth it. So most of my clients are investing in themselves, and that's usually kind of the number one thing that when they're thinking about signing up, they're like, man, I was really hesitant to actually sign up because of the investment that was required. But now that I'm on the other side of it, like I realized that not only did I get that value and much more out of the program, but I also realized that I did actually have to kind of put some skin in the game. I actually kind of had to like, you know, make myself uncomfortable, invest a little more in myself than I normally would to show up and like do the work and actually get the transformation that I wanted. So I hear that from clients all the time. You know, I have people ask, you know, okay, well, what happens if after 3 months I don't see any results? That's a valid question, totally. But for me, like the most important thing for me is the success of my clients. That's why I limit the amount that I take on. I work really hard for my clients. And because I invest as much time and energy as I need to help you see results, I expect that you do the same. And I'm really confident in my services and my clients that as a team working together, we're going to get them the transformation that they desire. So, you know, if you get to the 3 months, we haven't really gotten where we agreed we would in that 3-month period, you know, we keep working together, right? It's not like a hard and fast, okay, you're done, I'm over. I keep working with people until, you know, we get to where we said we would in that 3 months. And then there's always options to continue working together beyond that if you have other things that you want to accomplish too. So I think those are my big frequently asked questions. Oh, the other question that I get all the time is like, actually, this is funny, because I just got off the phone with a woman the other day, and we were going through like, you know, all the things she's tried and where she's at right now. And my last question I asked her is just like, okay, so like, are you open to a completely different approach to weight loss? And she laughed out loud. She was like, okay, sweetie, literally called me sweetie. She's like, if you can offer me something that's completely different than all of the hundreds of things that I've tried in my 60 years on this planet, like 100% I am in, I'm ready to try something different. So I do promise that my approach is different than what you've tried. So really, when we're looking at most of those methods that people have tried in the past, like they're not actually fixing the problem, right? They're usually making it worse. So most diets or programs or different things like this, they're relying on calorie restrictions. So the old equation, you know, calories in, calories out. If you reduce your calories taken in and you increase your calories that you're burning off, like that's going to result in weight loss. And 100%, like, yeah, that's probably going to result in weight loss, like short term. So you might see the weight come off, but that's not a lifestyle. That's not maintainable. And as soon as you start eating a little bit more, that weight's going to come back on, or you might even actually gain more weight. And in the process of doing that with restricting the calories, you've actually slowed down your metabolism. So that's going to continue leading to more and more weight gain. And the way that I look at weight gain is really just like a symptom of a bigger problem, right? So you might go to the doctor and you might have a long list of symptoms that you're experiencing. Maybe you're having migraines, maybe you're having eczema, maybe you're having some breathing difficulties or a runny nose. Like those are symptoms. And there's something that's causing those symptoms, and we have to find the cause. That's what weight gain is. It's just a symptom. And in my approach, I basically dig deep with you and I help find like, what's the cause? What's driving the weight gain? And then let's correct it so that I can really help like unlock your body's weight loss potential. So I kind of think of like weight loss like a bike combination. So if you can picture like a byte combination with 8 different numbers that you have to get in the perfect order in order to unlock that, right? In my experience, there's about 8 different areas in the body where things might go wrong and they might prevent you from losing weight. So some of the big things I'm assessing my clients for is we're looking at nutrient deficiencies or insufficiencies. So not having enough of certain nutrients, whether that's macronutrients or micronutrients, typically a lot of times micronutrients. Inflammation in the body, so that can be a huge driver of weight gain and inability to lose weight. Immune system regulation, genetics, hormones, toxin burden, and then sleep and stress. Like all of these things have a huge impact on the body. And then I would throw in there like energy dysfunction, like of what you're taking in. Like, are you metabolizing that correctly? Are you using it in the body correctly? And each of these things, either alone or together, can have a significant impact on your inability to lose weight. So really, that's what all of those programs and methods are missing. Is it's like no matter how perfectly you follow their program, no matter how few calories you eat, no matter, if you do everything to the T, if you take all the supplements, whatever it is, like you're not addressing the root cause. You're not fixing what's really driving that weight gain. And so you're not really ever going to find the right combination for you as an individual. So I really work with you to kind of like get on that level, like really dig deep, put all the puzzle pieces together, figure out what areas we need to address, and then design a personalized plan to address those things, and then make it doable for you. So really that's a lot about how my approach is different. We do that through, just getting to know each other. I have a really thorough process that you go through when you join on so that I can really get to know all of your health and nutrition history. Sometimes we'll use some individualized lab testing when needed. So if we get to a point where I'm like, okay, so we've tried XYZ, there's something deeper going on here, we might need a lab test for this, then we might pull that out of the tool belt and use that as well. But we just keep trying until we figure out what's keeping you from getting to where you want to go. So I think that's all. Those are really the frequently asked questions I have. So I do get a lot of people when we hop on the call, that investment is a little scary for them. And I totally get that. Before I ever really invested in myself, it was scary for me to kind of, up level and do a program like that. But as soon as I did that for myself, and really for me, it was when I invested in myself with business coaching, and I really reached out to someone for their support and guidance in an area that I had no idea what I was doing. I saw that you get what you put in, right? And when we are willing to up level and push ourselves out of that comfort zone, like we reap the rewards tenfold. So I just kind of really like people to just think about that. And, there's always other people out there too that might be able to help you that maybe aren't quite as much of an investment as I am. And that's totally cool too. Like, it's just about figuring out who's the right person for you, and who is going to connect with you and who's going to really help you get that life transformation that you're looking for. So I think that's it. That's all I got today. Thanks guys for hopping on here. It was fun. Man, it feels like I talked for a lot longer than 30 minutes. Jeez. But yeah, everyone have a great day and a Merry Christmas. And Elizabeth, I didn't see that you joined. Hi. That was hidden there. But I hope everyone enjoys their Christmas. And I guess maybe my parting message, because I feel like I need something official to wrap this up, so I'm just going to throw this in there. But the one thing my clients seem to be struggling with right now, right during the holidays, is this feeling of, oh, Abby, but I didn't follow the plan. I did this, and this, and I'm feeling really guilty about it. And one of the things I really try to help my clients see is that mentality doesn't really work, right? Life is full of ebbs and flows. Like, we're going to have times in our life where we're able to really eat the foods that make us feel good, and nourish our bodies and take care of ourselves. But then we're also going to have the times in our life throughout the year that really the point of that time is to show up and to enjoy and to be around people that we love, and maybe to eat some food that tastes really good. And that's okay. That's totally okay to do. It's just about figuring out what balance works for you. So my parting message is just don't beat yourself up over the next week. Really just enjoy the time, enjoy the food, know that you're going to get back to that place where you're nourishing and loving and supporting your body and yourself, and just keep trucking on, right? So the program's starting in January, but that's really just because, you know, I know that's a time when people are really looking to make change, but, you know, January is not the only month of the year that we can put ourselves first. So, okay, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for joining. Merry Christmas all.